And we have the mic. Oh, okay. There's still the ad break going on Twitch. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start early this time because I started late because I had issues with connecting to the this character. Like it was like the jail style, and I was like, I'm gonna try and fix it, and took me 5 minutes, which is like it took away 5 minutes from the starting. But then my goal was like to have the Twitch ad happen, the first Twitch ad, and then fully start. So that will be in 10 seconds. I'm gonna let that play. Oh my god, I forgot to update the title. That is embarrassing. You know what? Let's do this. Let's do this together. The title is Introduction to use case for Agentic RAG, and yes. I'm just gonna add the link up there and we'll be done. Today's lesson is this one. I don't know if the description is... No, I think it should be good. And let's go. Title up... Does YouTube update titles? Let me try and see. Please update. Aish. Yeah, cool. Okay. Hi, good morning. How are you doing? I hope you are having a lovely day. Today's stream is I don't know. I don't know if it's almost like the last chapter before our project unit. So I think it is, because here we can look into the project, but I don't know how long that would take. But this here, my goal is to finish this today. I have the next 2.5 hours, hopefully. We shall see. And let's get started. And for today, I did fix the style of how to use the tablet instead of the mouse. Hopefully that will mean that my hand won't give me a warning an hour in, which felt like that's what happened yesterday. Okay. Let's do this. So, introduction to use case for Agentic RAG. And by RAG we mean Retrieval-augmented generation, right? So yeah. Let me try and use the tablet instead of the mouse and start reading through this. In this unit, we will help Alfred. Oh yeah, Alfred is our character that has a project that we're helping. He's an AI assistant, actually. Our friendly agent who is hosting a gala by using Agentic RAG to create a tool that can be used to answer questions about the guests at the gala. So we're creating a tool which is like almost like a Q&A, question and answering, to answer questions about guests at the gala. So we already have information about the guests. This is a real world use case for Agentic RAG that you could use in your own projects or workplaces. If you want to get more out of this project, why not try it out on your own use case And share in Discord. That's nice. Yeah, there is a HuggingFace Discord that exists. You can... And I think they sometimes review papers. Yeah, I've been in like one or two of those meetings. You can choose any of the frameworks discussed in the course for this use case. We provide code samples for each in separate tabs. That I find really cool. A gala to remember. Now, it's time to get our hands dirty with an actual use case. Let's set the stage. We've decided to host the most extravagant and opulent party of the century. I'd rather not do that. Yeah, not opulent, no. This means lavish feasts. I mean, yeah, that's any Eid. Good food. Enchanting dancers, renowned DJs, exquisite drinks, and a breathtaking firework display, and much, much more. Alfred, your friendly neighborhood agent, is getting ready to watch over all of your needs for this party, and Alfred is going to manage everything himself. Whew, managing an event, not fun. Well, it is not bad, but also not the best. He needs to have access to all the information about the party, including the menu, okay, and the guests, and the schedule, and the weather forecast, and more. Yeah, I suppose weather forecast is necessary. Not only that, he needs to make sure that the party is going to be a success. So he needs to be able to answer any questions about the party during the party. About the party, I thought it was supposed to be about the guests, whilst handling unexpected situations that may arise. So, the way I understand it, it's going to be, I personally would like it to be the LangGraph style, where you have a list of tools, maybe even flows, depending. I'm like, if someone asked about the menu, my next question would be, okay, what would you like to eat? And like direct them to somewhere where there's food. But so that would sort of be a flow. But what else? Yeah, the style is that the assistant asks a question. Wait, no. The user asks a question, the assistant answers, whether it's based on tools or just a normal LLM interaction. And then you continuously repeat it. You have the assistant expect more user input. Okay. He can't do this alone, so we need to make sure that Alfred has access to all of the information and tools. So this is not about tools, this is also about information, where this is where RAG is coming from. So the gala requirements. A properly educated person in the age of the Renaissance, what the hell, needs three main traits. So person needs to be profound in knowledge of sports, culture, and science. So we need to make sure that we can impress our guests with our knowledge and provide them with a truly unforgettable gala. However, to avoid any conflicts, there are some topics like politics and religion, okay, that are to be avoided at the gala. It needs to be a fun party without conflicts related to beliefs and ideas. Okay, I suppose, even if you go to a party, I feel like you cannot avoid talking about things like this. I guess it depends. But in this day and age, according to etiquette, a good host should be aware of guests' background, including their interest and endeavors. So know about the guest's background, what they're working on, and stuff like that. A good host also gossips and shares stories about the guests with one another. I wouldn't say that. I'm not sure. Lastly, okay. We need to make sure we've got some, yeah, so that's like the normal. Oh, okay. I was like, this is just general knowledge. No, it's general knowledge about the weather, which means just like chit chat to ensure we can continuously find real-time update, to ensure perfect timing to launch the fireworks at the end of the gala. Okay. As you can see, Alfred needs a lot of information to host the gala. Luckily, we can help and prepare Alfred by giving him some retrieval-augmented generation training. Nice. This is not all RAG though. Some of them is tool usage. Let's start by creating the tools that Alfred needs to be able to host the gala. Okay, let's start there. So that was like preamble of the project, I suppose, the example code we're gonna be looking at. Now, what is RAG? Yeah, no, I don't want to skip. I like a good reminder. Let's do a good reminder. So, agentic retrieval. Oh, I was like ARAG because it's agentic retrieval augmented generation with an A plus. In this unit, we'll be taking a look at how to use Agentic RAG to help Alfred prepare for this amazing gala we're planning. We know we've already discussed. Yeah. I am rather familiar, but no. LLMs are trained on enormous bodies of data to learn general knowledge, like base. We have most of the time the base model should be able to do most normal question answering or like chatting, which I guess question answering is different from just doing what an assistant would do. However, the world knowledge model of LLMs may not always be relevant. Probably. And up to date, that is highly true. The up to date information is not always there, and that's what tools are normally for. Like if you ask Gemini what time it is that a good example? They should be able to answer you because of access to the internet and stuff. But I feel like what time it is not the best example. Maybe like how's the weather like in this place. So RAG solves this problem by finding and retrieving relevant information from your data and forwarding that to the LLM. Cool. Now, let's look at this graph and try and understand. So, retrieval-augmented generation, RAG helps me make informed decision on top of the factual data you care about. I feel like, did we see this before? So we have a database, documents. Database is structured, documents are unstructured, and API is programmatic. All of this is being indexed, and if the user is asking question, the query checks here, then takes the prompt from the user plus the query plus relevant data, gives it to the LLM answers. I think we saw that. So now, that was normal RAG without agents. Now think about how Alfred works. First, we've asked Alfred to help plan a gala. Second, Alfred needs to find the latest news and weather information. Weather. This was supposed to be a cloud and not a hat. Alfred needs to structure and search the guest information. And that's the third. Just as Alfred needs to search through your household information to be helpful, any agent, like Alfred as a human, Any agent needs a way to find and understand relevant data. Agentic RAG is a powerful way to use agents to answer questions about your data. We can pass various tools to Alfred to help him answer questions. So we'll start off with the tools, I guess. However, instead of answering the questions on top of documents automatically, Alfred can decide how to use any other tool or flow to answer questions. Okay, let's see how that is done. So that was retrieval-augmented generation normally, and then this is agentic retrieval-augmented generation. The cool part about this is that all of the stuff we discussed and looked at is here, and it's been like complemented. Even in the parts here, we did have API. It's not like we didn't have it, but we'll have access to external API, I guess, not just internal. Web search and direct LLM response would be this. So I suppose things are it is like just giving more connection to stuff. So like it does get bigger and yeah. So it can do an agentic RAG if we provided a RAG pipeline tool and some other tools that could be used to do that. So this is only RAG, but this is plus agentic. And that is cool. Now, let's start building our agentic RAG workflow. First, we'll create a RAG tool to retrieve up-to-date details about the invitees. Next, we'll develop tools for web search, weather updates, and HuggingFace hub model download statistics. Finally, we'll integrate everything to bring our agentic RAG agent to life. Are we doing Frankenstein? So? Oh wait, why is it? Okay. What did I do? All right, we have our pen ready. So, creating a RAG tool for guest stories. Is it also a tool? Alfred, your trusted agent, is preparing for the most extravagant gala of the century. Read the room, Alfred. To ensure the event runs smoothly, Alfred needs quick access to up-to-date information about each guest. Let's help Alfred by creating a custom retrieval-augmented RAG tool powered by our custom data set. So the data is not coming from documents, I guess. I don't know why I expected it to be like a PDF, but I guess data sets are fine. So why are we doing RAG for the gala? Custom knowledge, that's why? Like our own information, not internet information. So imagine Alfred mingling among the guests, needing to recall specific details about each person at a moment's notice. A traditional LLM might struggle with this task because maybe the information is not available in their base model. The guest list is specific to our event and not in the model's training data exactly. The guest information may change or be updated frequently. So let's say you have 10 guests, but you invited 50 people. So you need to have information about all the people you invited. Guest information may change or be updated. We said that, yep. Alfred needs to retrieve precise details like email addresses. And in a way, this is, I'm going to say this is like private, not to be shared information. This is where retrieval-augmented generation shines. Yeah, like knowledge that is not public. By combining a retrieval system with an LLM, Alfred can access accurate, up-to-date information about your guests on demand. Nice. So, you can choose any framework covered. Look at the tabs. Cool. Okay. I guess we're doing this. Where are the code parts? Okay, it's here. Before we set up the application, I need to hydrate by dehydrating with coffee. Okay. Awesome. Now, so we have the idea for the application, but yes, I did interrupt myself. Good morning. I sort of wanted to drink something before I continued. How are you doing? Hi, coffee. I feel like I summoned you. So is this mostly like a chat style? I'm curious about the, okay, we'll see. And also, where is the notebook? We'll get there. Oh wow, they even have data sets. So this is an example project, and it should feel like a finished project, so it should give an idea of what our end project be like. Here's the pen. Okay, so setting up our application. In this unit, we'll develop our agent within a HuggingFace space as a structured Python project. This approach helps us maintain clean modular code by organizing different functionalities into separate files. That's nice. Also, this makes for a more realistic use case. Exactly, feels like a normal project where you would deploy the application for public use. And this is the structure of our project. We have the tools in a separated file. Interesting. Provide auxiliary tools for the agent. Retriever.py, is that for the RAG? Implements retrieval function to support knowledge access. And then the app itself, which I guess is Gradio, integrates all components into a fully functional agent, which we'll finalize in the last part of this unit. For a hands-on reference, check out this HF space where the Agentic RAG developed in this unit is live. Feel free to clone it and experiment. Hold up, isn't it something that could be used? Let's check it. Nice. It's a small agent. And sorry. And what was I about to say? I was about to say something and then I lost it. Oh yeah, I want to look at the code for each framework because I think it would be interesting. So yeah, we even have a data set, and it's called, do we open it? Wait, there's no card. Rude. It's you guys' stuff. So it has a name for the guest's full name. It has a relation, how they are related to the host. I'm curious if the Joker is invited and it's like, Mary Curie? Ada Lovelace? What is happening? And there are only 3. Oh, this is the training? What is happening? Okay. A description, biography, or interesting facts about the guest, email address, contact information for sending invitation or follow-ups. Okay. And here's a preview of the data. Oh wow, Nikola Tesla has Gmail. The other one, our example. Old friend from university days. Best friend? Huh. Did not realize. Isn't that supposed to be Mr. Raines? In a real world scenario, this data set could be expanded to include dietary preferences, gift interests, conversation topics to avoid, and other helpful details for a host. That is nice. Building the guestbook tool. We'll create a custom tool that Alfred can use to quickly retrieve guests' information during the gala. So let's break it down into manageable steps. So load and prepare the dataset is the first step in any data-related project. Create the retrieval tool, integrate the tool with Alfred. So we're starting with the retrieval tool because that's the unit we are in. So let's start with loading and preparing the data. My question is, even from step 1 we have different code, because I guess the loading and stuff is not different, but the import obviously is different. So first we need to transform our raw guest data into a format that's optimized for retrieval. And let's look at each one. We'll use the HuggingFace dataset library to load the dataset and convert it into a list of document objects from the... Hold up. Why does it say... Oh, okay. Guys, did I just find an error? Small agents is just LangChain. Is that normal? Am I the one who's... Okay, you know what? This should be normal for the time being, because I'm guessing small agents is using LangChain document object. So, loading the data. We're loading the training split of the dataset, and here we're converting it into a document object, but for the is the output JSON for the llama index is actually different. Oh no, everything is actually the same. Is it? Wait, why are we... The document here is different from this document. Got it. See, here it's you join them with new line. Here you join them with new line. Everything is the same. Just that this... Yeah. This is mostly the thing that's different. Here we do a loop like this. Here we do the loop like this. And even this part is different. So the difference is not that big, but the difference is there. And LangGraph and small agents are the same, which is pretty cool. So let's look at... I do want to look at each one each time. So in... Oh wow, I forgot. I was distracted. In the code that we looked at above, we loaded the data set. We converted each guest entry into a document object with formatted content, and we stored the document in a list. This means we've got our data nicely available, so we can get started with configuring our retrieval. And that was step one. Step one, load the data set and have it be readable for the framework you want. Step two, create the retriever tool. Now let's create a custom tool that Alfred can use to search through our guest information. Normally we talk about indexing, right? Hey, what the hell was that? What the hell did I do? Did I press something I was not supposed to? I was just saying like go. Okay. I think I pressed something I was not supposed to. So here in the custom tool for the RAG, okay, the code is rather different. I mean, long. Isn't there a place for me to look at this code? Because there was no go to this link to get the collab or HuggingFace link. I did not find it, except for the HuggingFace space thing. So we're using MB2Retriever from LangChain to create a retriever tool. And yeah, okay, so Small Agents is using LangChain, but here we're using something different. Why? Oh no, it's up here. Okay. So we're using the tool for Small Agents, but here we're using the tool for LangChain. That is obviously the way it should be. But here we're using the tool for Llama Index. So let's look at, this is Small Agents. Let's look at the code one by one. We have our tool, we have our MBM2Retriever. We're saying guest info retriever tool. This is our custom tool. And name, this is the name of the tool. Description, this is what the tool does. The inputs are a string that is coming, I guess, from name or relation of the guest you want information about, and output is string. Oh, we're creating a class. That took me a second to see. Self, oh, is initialized false. Retriever, is this retriever? The forward would be okay, so you give the query to the retriever if the result is not empty, add it together. If not, say there is no matching guest information found, and then this is us calling the class. Hi Mima, what's up? How are you doing? May I ask about your progress, or were you able to do anything? I know yesterday was a Friday, so I do not expect you to have done anything, but if you did, you can let us know. If not, you can tell us your plan for today. Oh my god, look at the steps, but for Llama Index. The other one was Small Agents, so like the steps are very different. Here we're defining a normal tool, the other one was a class, and we're saying this is what it does for the LLM to know what it does, a description, and then we give the query to the retriever. If there's anything in there, that's it. That's all. Let me go and do the last one, which is LangChain. Can I click it? Yes, I did. Okay, it's not that different. The only thing is that the way we are initializing it is different, and honestly this one feels more intuitive for me. So yeah, here's our retriever, here's our tool. initializing the retriever, defining the function, a description, invoking the retriever. Dude, this is so simple. Like, personally, I feel like these things are monsters, but when you look at the code, you're like, I could do that. You started discussing with ChatGPT a story about the exam, so I started preparing with ChatGPT. That is a really good idea, honestly. Sometimes you just need, I guess when I was in high school, or you know what, all of my life, I'm not gonna, most of my life, I have needed someone to guide me when it comes to learning. I haven't been the type of person who learns by like themselves. I need someone to evaluate me. So that is actually pretty cool to use ChatGPT as an assistant to either keep you on track, to ask you, answer your questions that you may have, and like even give you plans and stuff. Yeah, for sure. That is a good idea, because there's a level of feeling like you owe them something. So if you don't do the thing, okay, it's honestly not the best type of learning. You feel like you're dependent, but yeah, now we're the one not laughing, but like we have something that helps not needing to take up a human's time, you know, which is pretty nice. Yes, and here is the name of our tool. This is what the function is, and the description, which I guess we're just repeating what was up here. So if you want to understand this step by step, it needs to have a name and description to help the agent understand how to use it. Type of decorators, defined parameters the tool expects in case. Hold up. Is this text changing based on Aninde? It's not. Cool. We're using the BM25 retriever, which is a powerful text retrieval algorithm that doesn't require embeddings, and the method process sees the query and returns the most relevant information. Awesome. That's why I discussed it with it about the course, and I answered the questions. Oh, okay. So the part about you needing someone to evaluate you. It's simpler to be dependent on ChatGPT when it comes to learning. Honestly, agreed. I feel like being dependent on a human is like you're taking up their time. But if you're dependent on LLM, then you are taking resources, which is fine. Yeah. Having ChatGPT to evaluate your understanding of something, I feel like I haven't done that. Because like there are times I don't know what's the gap in my knowledge, and the fact that an LLM can help you or guide you identifying that's actually pretty cool. I should try and do that. So we have the RAG style. It's not exactly a page, but we have the code. I'm gonna continue line graph and then go back. Look at the other codes. Oh, okay. No worries. I'm still collecting data on that. Because, yeah. Thank you for letting me know. How did you answer? Did you answer yes or not? Because I have not checked the replies. I know there were others who were interested but not able to make it because of the time, so I could see who makes it and who cannot make it and decide based on that, because we'll see. Oh, okay, you have an answer. That's actually good. That's good. That's helpful. I could do another and see. Fair. Do I not have a choice that says things are fine but I can't make it? Oh no, I'm saying no, I don't have that. I have it like okay, got it. It was mostly about the interest of the topic or the time, not about possibility of making it. I guess you could say I'm interested, but the time doesn't work for me. So step 3, integrating the tool with Alfred. Finally, let's bring everything together by creating our agent and equipping it with our custom tool. From LangGraph. Yeah, thanks. Typing, type. What did we use this for? We'll see. Most of the time I'm like, I don't want to read through the imports because I really should have prepared better, because my phone is like going off every half an hour. Yeah, okay, add messages, that's okay, these are graph related stuff. Nodes, states, and then Hugging Chat. Ooh, LangChain has HuggingFace integration. That's pretty cool. Generate the chat interface, including the tools. We're calling HuggingFace endpoint. We're using Quinn instruct, which means it has been fine-tuned for chatting. And we have our HuggingFace API token, and HuggingFace chat. HuggingFace do not verbose. Okay, talk a lot. This is the LLM, and the tool is the thing that we defined upstairs. And chat with tool, chat.bind tool. Okay, but do we have one tool? So all of this, I guess, is not related to LangChain yet. We'll get there when we need to add the nodes. Okay. And we're not really adding edges, are we? I guess only for the start. Okay, let me not jump yet. We have agent state, which is the history, message history, and the assistant returns the I guess the conversation, the answer. So we start the graph. We say you have the assistant and you have the tool, which this actually reminds me of the other one that we did. I think it was yesterday. You start, and the first thing you check is the assistant. And if the latest message requires a tool, go to the tool. Otherwise, just keep talking to the assistant. Yep, so let me try and recreate the thing. So we have the start. Is start itself a node, and then you say go to assistant, and I guess you could say go to tool, but it's like also go back to yourself, and then either here, I guess I need to have another arrow. This is a loop, but this could also go to end, no? Like here also go to the end. Something like that. Nothing too fancy. I guess, do we need to, is it going to be an assistant forever? And then even after the tool, it should go back to the assistant. Did I not draw that line? I did not. Oops. And that's it. We could also look at the graph. And here's an example, like who is Ada Lovelace? And then you get the answer. So yes, you need human message, person input. And here's the example. Now let's go back to Llama Index. Llama Index is always like very concise about, wow. I don't know why LangGraph is clicking with me much better about understanding, because it's all written out in code, and this feels like everything is behind the scenes. But this is your LLM. You don't even need to do Hugging Chat because I guess everything is happening. Agent workflow. Here's your tool, here's your LLM, talk. That's it. That's crazy. And here's our small agents, which is literally the same. Like, here's your model. Here's your model, here's your tool, talk. But I prefer the amount of control that LangGraph gives you. It's like, don't let them move out of what I'm telling you. Cool. So what we did is that we initialized the HuggingFace model. Oh, okay, this actually does change. I want to go back and look at the LangGraph one, because that one was longer. We did the HuggingFace endpoint, the chat inference. We did state graphs and the nodes. And yeah, if we go now to the Llama index, HuggingFace API, workflow, and we got the answer. So here's an example interaction. So during the gala, a conversation might flow like this. So Alfred is like, who is that gentleman talking to the ambassador? And not Alfred, like the person. And us, that's Alfred, searches through the database and is like, that's Nikola Tesla. He's an old friend from your university days. He's recently patented a new wireless energy transmission system and would be delighted to discuss it with you. Just remember, he's passionate about pigeons. So that may make good for small talk. And that's their Gmail address. Cool. And this could be taken further. Now that Alfred can retrieve guest information, consider how you might enhance the system. So maybe you want to improve the retriever, even add more data. Use more sophisticated algorithm like sentence transformers, implement a conversation memory. Don't we have a chat memory? LangGraph did. Combine it with web search, get the latest information on unfamiliar guests, people we didn't invite maybe. Integrate multiple indexes to get more complete information from verified sources. So like, we could even have a LinkedIn retriever where you just get the latest update on where the person works. I feel like this is a pretty good one. Alfred is fully equipped now to handle guest inquiries effortlessly, ensuring your gala is remembered and the most sophisticated and delightful event of the century. So try and extend the retrieval tool to return conversation starters based on each guest's interest and backgrounds. That would be pretty cool. Like, give me a fun fact about pigeons for Nikola Tesla. Just a web search, honestly. When done, add it. Well, not retriever, just like a tool. And that's that. So that was the RAG part. But now this is the tool part. Okay. This is the tool part. I'm gonna take do we take drinking water break or do we take a normal break? I am not sure. Because like if I took a normal break, it would be just like me muting myself for like a minute. I'll do a mini break where we have the timer. I'm gonna do a 1 minute break. Let's see how that goes. And see you. break is over. Yeah. I was able to I don't know why I don't like the sound the mug tumbler thingy makes when I tried to drink coffee from it. But yeah, no. I'm chill. I'm not gonna bother with such small things. And now, how do we build and integrate tools? We did the RAG part, now we need to do the tool part. In this section, we'll grant Alfred access to the web, enabling him to find the latest news, global updates. Additionally, he'll have access to weather data and HuggingFace Hub model download statistics. I'm curious what we mean by that. So he can make relevant conversation about fresh topics. Okay. So to give our agent access to the web, remember that we want Alfred to establish his presence as a true Renaissance host with deep knowledge of the world. To do so, we'll need to make sure Alfred has access to the latest news and information about the world. The world is not doing great, Alfred. You don't need to have so much information about the world. So start by adding a search tool. I guess judging which HF model are popular. Oh, based on downloads of the weights. You know what? I was like, do we have a model that I don't know, like, is it math? That makes a lot of sense. So we're using DuckDuckGo. Here's DuckDuckGo, and here's wait a second. So if we say search tool, ask a question, how are we integrating that into our this is not integrated. Here, the difference between small agents, which like here's a tool, search tool. Llama index is like here's a tool, function tool from default, tool spec, full search. Here's a search tool, and that's us calling the search tool. And the line graph is like here's a tool, invoke it. But this is not integrated. Ooh, who's the current president of France? This is just saying Emmanuel.
C03CAF3 just redeemed hydrate.
I don't know. I think I'm fine. I feel like I'm not being animated. That's why my voice is like trying to go down each time. But yeah, I guess I understand your point. My voice is just becoming deeper and deeper. And because I have coffee, I don't know if that's considered hydration, but I'll do that nonetheless. I'm not losing my voice, am I? Like, I haven't done anything. I haven't I haven't yelled at someone. I mean, I haven't really yelled at anyone, I think. But yeah. Okay. I did say I like light coffee, where I probably add more water, like, like ice Americano style, because today's coffee is cold and not hot, but so I do add more water than the normal person. And anybody who has tasted, like, I make coffee and I'm like, someone tasted it's really good, and they're like, oh my god, it's mostly water. So yes, that is the truth, it is mostly water. But I am looking at the output of like, everybody's using the DuckDuckGo search tool. Why are the outputs different? Here it's like the French Republic head of state is Emmanuel Macron, born then, and all of that. Nope, that's not their birthday. That is the day they got elected. And then same here. Oh no, this one is talking about when they were born. And what they did, they were a banker. Why is it so different? I guess DuckDuckGo brings out different stuff. So that was custom tool. Oh wait, no. That was the search tool. But now for weather information, because we want to have fireworks, I guess the perfect gala would have fireworks over a clear sky. Let me suggest you rent drones and not do fireworks, because I'm guessing it's not great for the atmosphere and the air. We need to make sure fireworks are not cancelled due to bad weather. So let's create a tool that can be used to call an external weather app and get the weather information for a given location. For the sake of simplicity, we're using a dummy weather app. If you want the real one, you can check open weather map used in Unit 1. Nice. I do remember that. Even espresso is mostly water? I don't agree. Easily 85%, I think, some rough math. Is it though? Because like I've seen people drink black dirt and that's like their espresso. Like, I don't know, like a small cup, barely an inch, like the how much water is in there. Yeah. Here's our dummy weather, and this is how it's returned. Just random choice of a list, and you give the tool. See, but how are we integrating that to the main model? Because like, okay, this is our weather tool info, but we haven't integrated it yet. Oh, these are very similar. Just this is each time Small Agents creates a class, I'm like, get me out of here. I don't like this. But you know what? It's fine. We'll be nice. I'm like either Llama Index or LangGraph. Look, Small Agents, your name is adorable, but no. Most of weight of coffee is. Oh yeah, the solids are discarded. 20% seems a good extraction ratio to assume. It's almost like the same, what is it called? Efficiency as a solar panel. And yes, we have missed the motorcycles passing by. Music to my ears. 25% extraction yields is considered very high for coffee making. Oh wow, you're giving actual statistics and you're not just assuming. I didn't know that. Huh. Yeah, same for solar panels. I think, is it 23%? That's like the current best. I might be wrong. Creating a hub stats tool for influential AI builders. Oh, okay. So that you talk about people who are into AI, you're like, so this is the most popular model on the hub and all of that. I watch a lot of coffee YouTube. Okay. You have triggered me answering your question seriously. I know I talked about this, but I'm repeating myself because I'm not sure if you did listen, but there is a Oology, which is a name of a podcast, and I'm gonna send you the name. Oology, is it like this? Podcast. Oh, it's just one O. I thought it's two O's. There's an episode about coffee. I highly recommend you give it a listen because I don't know from when ago. I'm sure you can search and find it, but it is very cool and informative. So here you go. You may have all the knowledge already, but in case you don't, I highly recommend it. Like just information. Okay, you already know about the history, I bet. Even like how coffee was how I will say how it became viral, like how it moved from different continents, all of that, and then how different styles of preparing it gives different tastes, and it's a coffee scientist even, I think. So that's pretty cool. And yes, I just punched the mic with my cup. I'll add it to the watch list. I swear I still have to watch. Okay, cool. That's normal. Sometimes you just don't have time for a style of content, and then when you have time, then you'll go to it. Same with me. Like a colleague at work was like, so did you finish Solo Leveling? I was like, I swear I don't have the capacity to watch it yet, because I'm like in the middle of season 2. So yes, I will try and do that. But sometimes that other entertainment takes precedent. It's not like I don't have time to watch entertaining stuff. It's just you need to have the energy for different types of content. And yes, we're creating information about AI. So in the where's the pen? Oh, there it is. Okay. In attendance at the gala, there are people who are AI builders. Alfred wants to impress them by discussing their most popular models, datasets, and spaces. Okay. We'll create a tool to fetch model statistics from the hub based on username. Really? So let's look at one example of LangGraph. Okay. Trying to scroll. List models, which I guess you could do from HuggingFace. From this author, sort by downloads. So we're looking at the stats based on each person's profile. And if there are no models, okay. You say no models found, but if it is, you say this is their most downloaded one. If not, there you just throw an error. And that's the tool. Facebook. Oh, I thought author means person, but I guess not. Would Facebook be in attendance? Huh. Facebook is meta though. Where did we go for small agents? We're creating a class with a forward, and that's just too much for me. Okay. Why are we calling random? What do we need random for? I feel like this is left here by mistake. I don't see random being used. Okay, it's removed here, but it's here for no reason. Noise. Really? I don't even know about this one. How old is this? ESM fold. This is not a protein folding thing, is it? With the Hub Stats tool, Alfred can now impress influential AI builders by discussing their most popular models. So it is the person's most popular one. Okay. And so we did only identify, instantiate we just wrote the functions for the tools, but we did not tell our LLM these are your tools. So here you can see in Llama Index, we're telling the LLM, here are the list of the tools you have access to, which is the integration. Same with LangGraph. Oh my god. the list of things being called is way too high. Here are your list of tools. Bind it. And here are our notes. State. Oh, for the chat history. And ooh-wee. Look at LangGraph being like so clean and simple. Same with small agents. Llama Index. And LangGraph is like, so yeah, these are our nodes. These are our edges. This is where you start. When you're with tool, go back to the assistant. And we have the tools as a node. And this is the human input. Start talking. And I still love it. ESM is evolutionary scale modeling, and it is about protein folding. But that's Google's. That's Google's thing. Facebook is doing the same thing. I guess. Is it because it's collaborative? In conclusion, by integrating these tools, Alfred is now equipped with to handle a variety of tasks, from the web search to weather updates and model statistics. This ensures they are informed and well engaged. Try implementing a tool that can be used to get the latest news. I would probably use Bing for that. I guess DuckDuckGo could get the latest news even. So. We did the RAG part, we did the tool part. Isn't our Gala agent ready? In my opinion. Competition. I know. I guess people want to test it. Because honestly, I was it was the interview between the head of Google DeepMind and a person we were literally talking about yesterday, Derek from Veritasium. It was an interview, and they were talking about the speed of science with AI and how, correct me if I'm wrong because I don't remember the number exactly, but I think it was somewhere between 150,000 to 250,000 protein structures being identified over the past however long people have been doing this, and now it's somewhere around 2 million. I think I'm not wrong. I don't remember the numbers fully, but like the difference is stark, and because that's how Google DeepMind won the Nobel Prize for chemistry. And what was I saying? Oh yeah, talking about how many scientists are going to be using this. Maybe it's like, let's say even 100,000 people working on this, but downloading it multiple times. Is that maybe because of updates? But it did say V1. Yeah, that is really cool. I mean, we could I could go and look at the models and see how popular these models are, because like if I just Google fold, I mean not Google, you know what I mean, search, and then say by most downloads. Yeah, no, that's not right. That's not right. Let's look for Facebook. Oh, there it is. 3 million. Did it say 3 million here? Dummy data. Oh, well, yeah, because now I'm looking at Facebook and the largest is Roberta, 18 million. And then the fold is still there from 2023. And it is very high, 3 million. But it's not the same number that we saw there, which was 12 million. Cool. But why didn't this come up when I searched fold? Did I not filter most downloads? Why doesn't it come up? Rude. See? This is most liked, most downloads. It doesn't come up. That's so weird. Anyway. It could be dummy data. You're right. And let's put you in timeout. The alien. Timeout. Because it's part of a word. Yeah, but so what? Like, have your search have contain. You know what I mean, right? Yeah, obviously. Anyway. Maybe it's costly for them to do it that way. Creating our Gala agent. Now that we've built all the necessary components for Alfred, it's time to bring everything together into a complete agent that can help host our extravagant Gala. In this section, we'll combine the guest information, retrieval, web search, weather information, and hub stats tool to a single powerful agent. Did we just not do that? I feel like we just did that. Assembling Alfred, the complete agent. Instead of re-implementing all the tools we've created in previous sections, we'll import them from their respectful modules, which we saved. We had the tool.py, the retriever.py files. If you haven't implemented these tools yet, go back to the tool and retriever. We just did. So if we look at libraries, combining model tool into a single agent, where is our retrieval though? Oh, here it is, loading the guest one, and you can see us importing the retriever here, the tool ones here. Same with LangGraph, very simple. And same here. Okay, with the nodes and the edges and all of that. And that's it, ready to use. Might just be a contain search, works well for but for yeah, they probably made a decision because of how users use Roberta for BERT. Yeah, you're absolutely correct. Maybe people search the full name much more than they search for the half name. Using Alfred. End-to-end example. Example 1, finding guest information. Alfred invoke. Okay, so we are invoking Alfred. Alfred being our assistant. And asking question. Same here. Same here. Checking for weather. Invoke. Here's our message. Here's our message. Here's our message. These parts are actually pretty similar. Impressing AI. Quinn. Asking about Quinn. Guest from Google. Combining multiple tools. Prepare me for information about wireless energy. That's web search, right? That's DuckDuckGo. Conversation memory. I mean, we have that, don't we? Oh, so like Ada Lovelace, what is she and what project is she working on? That's pretty cool. Notice that none of these agents approach directly couple with a... What do you mean? None of these 3 agents approaches directly couple memory with the agent. They Small agent memory is not preserved. You must explicitly state using reset false. Llama index requires adding context. Graph offers options. Memory saver component. Wow. In conclusion, we've successfully built Alfred. Alfred is finished. It's done. A sophisticated agent equipped with multiple tools to help host the most extravagant gala of the century. It can retrieve info, weather, AI, search the web, conversation with context memory. Conversation context with memory. It is awesome. Final conclusion. And then we can actually give like half an hour to the other thing. In this unit, we've learned how to create an agentic RAG to help Alfred, our friendly neighborhood agent, prepare for and manage a gala. The combination of RAG agents' capabilities demonstrates how powerful AI assistants can become when they have access to knowledge, to RAG, to tools, and past memory. That's true. With these capabilities, Alfred is now well equipped to be the perfect host, able to answer questions, give up-to-date information, run the gala smoothly, manage perfect timing for fireworks display. Now the agent is complete, we might want to explore further more specialized tools, more sophisticated RAGs, multi-agent. Final unit. Okay, so I am actually interested to look into this, but I do need a 10-minute rest and getting actual water. So please give me that. I will do the BRB and come back in a bit. Okay, so I am actually interested to look into this, but I do need a 10-minute rest and getting actual water. So please give me that. I will do the BRB and come back in a bit. And we're back? Yes, we are. Hi, I'm back. What? Why are we stuck? Why is she sleeping? What the hell? I'm gonna try and fix this. Give me a second. Oh, no. Give me 2 more. I think we did it. I think we fixed it. So okay, we're back. This is the second part of the stream where we try for the next 40-ish minutes to go through Unit 4, the final project. I think I'm just going to go and read through the project and hope that I understand what is the requirements so that I can give myself a few days to think about it and then maybe a few days to try and solve it. Obviously, I'm going to be using some AI to help me with the code. I don't expect myself to write everything. But also, one thing that I'm going to highly rely on is the example code in the project. And like try and morph it into what I wanted to. And then if I cannot get somewhere with that, then I'm gonna have AI help me write the code, but maybe not with the ideation, because that would make me feel weird. We'll see, honestly. I don't trust myself. So, welcome to the final unit. Welcome to the final unit of the course. So far, well, I haven't built anything, but you can be nice and say we and not me have built a strong foundation in AI agents. You know what? I am very far more confident knowing what AI agents are and how to make them compared to before starting the course, for sure. Also, hi Mark. I didn't say hi because I was in the BRB, but hi. From understanding their components to creating your own, with this knowledge, you are now ready to build powerful agents and stay up to date with the latest advancement in this fast evolving field. In this unit, all about playing what you've learned, it's your final hands-on project, and completing it is the ticket to earning a course certificate. What is this challenge? You'll create your own agent to evaluate its performance using a subset of the Gaia benchmark. To successfully complete the course, your agent needs to score 30% of high or higher on the benchmark. Achieve that and you'll earn the certificate of completion, officially recognizing your expertise. Additionally, see how you stack up against your peers. A dedicated student leaderboard is available to submit your scores and see community's progress. I want to look at the Gaia benchmark and understand what it does. Heads up, advanced hands-on unit. Please be aware that this unit shifts towards a more practical hands-on approach. Success in this section will require more advanced coding knowledge and relies on you navigating tasks with less explicit guidance compared to earlier parts of the course expected. That does sound exciting. All of this is agents? That's pretty cool. People have 03, GPT-4.1, Gemini 2.5. Look at the scores. 70. Ooh. And then like here I see a 30 here. But some 70s, which is pretty high. What's Gaia? Let's learn what Gaia is. First of all, what is Gaia reminding me of? A cartoon I watched recently. I mean, not recently. Doesn't it mean Earth? Gaia is a benchmark designed to evaluate AI assistance on real-world tasks that require a combination of core capabilities such as reasoning, multimodal understanding, web browsing, and proficient tool use. It was introduced in this paper, Gaia, benchmark on general AI assistance. The benchmark has 466 carefully curated questions that are conceptually simple for humans, yet remarkably challenging for current AI systems. To illustrate the gap, that's crazy. Humans, 92% success rate. ChatGPT with plugins, 15%. Deep search, OpenAI, research, 67% on the validation test. Then how the hell did those people they are using other models, but how the hell did they get those high numbers, 70 something? So Gaia's core principles, it's carefully designed around the following pillars: real world difficulty, human interpretability, non-gameability, simplicity of evaluation. So the real world difficulties that tasks require multi-step reasoning, multimodal understanding, and tool interaction. Does that mean we need cameras or maybe pictures? The human interpretability, despite their difficulty for AI, tasks remain conceptually simple and easy to follow for humans. Non-gameability, correct answers demand full task execution, making brute force ineffective. Oh, you can't game the system. Simplicity of evaluation. Answers are concise, factual, and unambiguous. Ideal for benchmarking. Difficulty level. Yes, I did see the 3 difficulty levels, and the level 3 seems to be the one that kills people. Gaia tasks are organized into 3 levels of increasing complexity, each testing specific skills. Level 1 requires less than 5% and a minimal tool usage. Level 2 involves more complex reasoning, coordination between multiple tools. 5 to 10. What? Level 3 demands long-term planning and advanced integration of various tools. Level 1. Oh, okay, simple answer. Hold up. What was the actual enrollment count on... Oh, so we have something to compare it to, probably. And the other one is like, if this whole pint is made up of ice cream, how many percent... Oh, we're looking at a picture? And then question 3. In NASA's astronomy picture of the day in... What? 2006, 2 astronauts are visible. One is appearing much smaller than the other. As of August 2023, out of the astronauts in the NASA astronaut group, that the smaller astronaut was a member of, which one spent least time in space? How would they know? How many? Oh, so it needs to search for those pictures. Rounded to the nearest minute. Exclude any astronauts who did not spend any time. What the hell? Give the last name of the astronaut, semicolon, by minutes. That is crazy. Okay. I mean, it's not that hard, but the searching part must be hard. So an example of a hard Gaia question. Another one is like, which food is shown in the painting? Again, it requires search, visual, seeing stuff. As you can see, this question challenges AI systems in several ways. Requires structured response. Oh yeah, it is telling you how to. Involves multimodal reasoning, analyzing images. Demands multi-hop retrieval of independent facts, identifying fruit in the painting, discovering which ocean liner was used in the last voyage, looking at breakfast menu. Ooh-wee, that's so much. Needs correct sequencing and a high level of planning to solve this. Oh yeah, we need React here, for sure. This kind of tasks highlights where standalone LLMs often fall short, making Gaia an ideal benchmark for agent-based systems that reason, retrieve, and execute over multiple stops and modalities. Cool. Interdependent, not independent. Oh, where? Hold up. Did I read something weirdly, or are you just talking about it? I think you're just talking about it. Cool. The retrieval of facts. That's cool. So, there's even evaluation. Ooh. More information about Gaia. To encourage continuous benchmarking, Gaia provides public leaderboard where you can test the models. Awesome. So, okay, hands-on. Do we have? Okay. There has to be a place where it's like, put your project here, because I think this is the last part. It was in what I read. Okay, thank you. I don't remember reading it incorrectly, but thank you. Interdependent is different from independent, obviously. Sometimes my brain works in mysterious ways. No, it's like when you continue and you don't connect. Yeah. Now that you're ready to dive deeper into the creation of the final agent, let's see how. Oh, it can be submitted. So the dataset used in the leaderboard consists of 20 questions extracted from level 1 questions of the validation set. In Gaia, the chosen questions were filtered based on the number of tools and steps needed to answer a question. Based on the current look of Gaia benchmark, we think that getting you to try to aim for 30% only in level 1, that is absolutely fair. Absolutely. So, okay, how can one submit? For this unit, we created an API that allows you to get questions, send your answer for scoring. Here's the summary of route. Retrieve full list of filtered evaluation questions. Fetch a single random question to the download specific file with given task ID, and then submit answer. Calculate. Reading an uncommon word as a more common word is pretty usual. Thanks. Just seems worth. Absolutely, because it changes the meaning. Exactly. Thank you. Oh, so this is the template. Can we look at the code? First agent template. Wait, was it called the first agent template? Final. Oh, files. There we go. Requirements, app.py, readme. Cool. Where was I? Yeah. So submission function will compare the answers to the ground truth in an exact match manner, hence prompted well. The Gaia team shared a prompting example. Thank you. For the sake of this course, make sure you don't include the final answer in your submission. Just make your agent reply with an answer and nothing else. Wait a second. This is like for the agents. Submission. I've opened the Gaia leaderboard twice. So make the template your own. Demonstrate the process of interacting with the API. You've included a basic template as a starting point. Please feel free and actively encourage to change, add to, or completely restructure it, modify it in a way that best suits the approach and creativity. In order to submit this template, compute 3 things needed by the API: username, HuggingFace username, Gradio login, code link on HuggingFace, answers, list of answers. Start by duplicating this template to our HuggingFace profile. And here's the leaderboard. I will definitely need to come back to this because I read it too fast. And that's it, right? We're not there yet. Cute. I have not. Chill. Don't congratulate me yet. Okay. Alrighty then. Okay. So create a general purpose AI agent that can answer, not ask. Questions. We have a validation set from Gaia. Here's me thinking, don't we just need web search? What else do we need? Anyway, we obviously need to tell the model to think well. We need to choose a good model. But what else? And as you can see, there are no help about resources. So like you're on your own on that front. But I guess you're just running the model. Okay. How many submissions are allowed? Maybe a lot? It seems like it needs to be multimodal, like it's not even by choice. And there are a lot of multimodal ones, right? But maybe you could have a really good LLM without the vision part, and you get that 30%, and you don't answer the vision related questions. Yeah, it is does level 1 include images or not? Maybe not. I don't know. we can check the Gaia. Let's read the Gaia leaderboard thingy. Let's read through that here. Because depending on your knowledge, you don't need to finish the course to do this, but also finishing the course is obviously helpful. So Gaia, I like the name. I'm not sure where I remember it from, but I like it. Is a benchmark which aims at evaluating next generation LLMs with augmented capabilities due to added tools, efficient prompting, that one is hella important, access to search. But what sort of tools? Do we need math tools? I guess we can look at the paper and see, but yeah. Gaia is made of more than 450 non-trivial questions with an unambiguous answer. So the answer is obvious. Requiring different levels of tooling with an autonomy to solve. Therefore, divided in 3 levels, where level 1 should be breakable by very good LLMs. Okay. And level 3 needs strong jump in modal capabilities. So yes, you do not need a vision model for level 1. Each level is divided into a fully public dev set for validation and a test set with private answers and metadata. Guide data can be found here. Questions are contained here. JSON-L. Some questions include additional files that can be found in the same folder whose IDs are given. Do not repost the public dev set, nor use it in training. And here's a leaderboard. Okay, so it's not anything new. No new information. I just love the fact that I'm guessing this is from the agents course. You know what? Maybe not. Maybe not. JSON-L is a good choice, I think. I do not know what's JSON-L. All right. The level 1 average score is actually pretty high. We still have still I'm like scared because you see, I don't know, 150 maybe, and then you're like, maybe, I don't know, I can't. Ooh, looking at what people use, that's actually really useful. AI labs. Ooh, that's where every row or item is its own JSON. Wow, that's nice. Cool. Okay. And here's the paper. Ooh, I know these names. Thomas Wolfe, Jan LeCun. And it's 2023. Cool. Quite frankly, I had not heard of Gaia till now, but that's pretty cool. So this is like the 15% is for ChatGPT-4 with plugins is a 2023 version. I'm pretty sure by now, but lines of items are just separated by new lines, and lines cannot use new lines. That's fair. I'm sure ChatGPT is doing much better now. Obviously, data like strings can... Oh, yeah. Escape ones. Just that for JSON formatting cannot. Nice. I'm gonna do a quick look. Gaia. Oh, it's from Meta. You don't have to parse the entire file as JSON just to read a particular record. Oh, no, because I can't visualize it. I would rather see it before I understand fully. But now you're telling me you don't need to read the whole thing to get access to one record, which is very, very useful. And also, professors don't say sorry for lectures. You should ask me to, thank you, and not say sorry. Talking about the levels, talking about results, acknowledgement. Pretty cool. I guess the most important part is that creation of the questions. Some teachers need to apologize for lectures, so yeah. Okay. That's very much it. That's it. We did it. We went through everything that needs to be gone through, and honestly, I did not expect such a difficult end project. Thank you. I see them. The congratulatory fireworks. Like, it's too general, but I sort of get it. Rather daunting. But I think if I just like draft something, submit it, right now the thing that is scaring me is the retrieval of the data and then the submitting. I'm not going to look at other people's projects because that would be cheating, but I am going to use AI because I'm guessing it's expected. That's what we're talking about. So I will not have time today, but I'm gonna try and look into things and maybe find a better time for the Discord people to see and see what we can do, because it's cool that I have until at least the end of next week, the end of the week. I'm tempted to look, to be honest, just maybe to see what models are being used. Actually, you can see that from the leaderboard. Look, model family. So, your temptation killed. DeepSeek, yes. Gemini. First one is like Gemini and ChatGPT. O3 is also ChatGPT. Second one is Claude, Sonnet, Gemini. Like, you see people using multiple stuff. Anthropic is obviously Claude, Google being Gemini, OpenAI being ChatGPT. So, like, don't even think about training your own model. Just good prompting. That is the way I see it. Good prompting, access to the web, maybe make it multimodal. I think the prompting is like the prompting, but also just getting your application to work. Well, not application, I guess it's code. Retrieving the data, reading the data, and submitting those things, getting those things to work is like the base. Without that, no matter how cool your model is, how cool your prompting is, you're not gonna get anywhere. Claude Code. Yeah. Claude is really good with coding. I mean, this here is not talking about the coding part. Oh, if you use something like Small Agents Code, it could write its own code for like, even if it's math related. I don't think Llama Index and LangGraph have that. I could be wrong. But like LangGraph is very limiting, which is honestly really good. Like I like, well, not limiting, but like it can help you make things limiting. So yes, that is where we are. So it's Saturday. We still have our planned streams for Free Code Camp. I'm not gonna let these go. I need to check. I need to check the internet availability schedule. Okay, cool. Good that I remembered that. And yeah, look into trying to submit something, even if it's simple. And if possible, try and make it better. But I don't expect much from myself, because having high expectations can lead to like trying to do something perfect, which let's not do that. All right. That's it. That's mostly it. I am rather like weirded out by the fact that I don't have more courses to look forward to. We do, obviously. Like there is the MCP course, which I am looking forward to, but I'm just saying, even this LLM course is new. Well, no, it's the NLP one updated. But yeah, I think MCP is going to be the next one, but we obviously need to do this project first before we can jump ship. Eee, my eyes. Yeah. I am in partnership with Anthropic. That's cool. Okay, I'll stop. You might have been looking at the official Gaia leaderboard or not the course one. The course one, you're right. I am looking at the official Gaia leaderboard. The course one is here. This is our course. But you see, it just says score. So I don't know what this score is. Everybody's gotten 100 points. Good for them. 90. Like, you can see 175 people. And this is view code. Oh, zeros. We have zeros. Yeah, I see the zeros. 4,000 submissions. Awesome. I guess the only reason these are at the top is because how soon they submitted compared to other people. Oh, thank you, Mark. I appreciate that. Thank you for staying around, honestly. If you feel like you could chat more if you have any questions, but yeah. Oh, awesome. Yeah, I also want to learn more about MCP. And I, again, want to do this project before jumping there. But yeah, I think it's nice. Oh my god, that scared me. That really scared me. Why, welcome. Cranny, Miso. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. I hope you had a nice time watching the stream. I wonder if we might need API credits versus trying to run smaller local models. Good point, but I guess maybe you can try and find some free API endpoints. Yes, I'll look into it, especially to see, like, even if there are trials, because I haven't signed up to anything. Yeah, so maybe I could do that. Again, thanks, Mark, for staying around, and I hope to see you in the next streams. And also, thanks for the follow again. Cranny, I want to call you Cranny, or I don't know how to say your name. You can tell me. Right. Was I showing the screen when I was going through the leaderboard? I think I was. I'd like to think that I was. I'd like to think I'm a good streamer. Yes. So, project is very general, but in a good, challenging way. I'm tempted to use AI for everything, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna use my brain. I'm human. I can do this. Yeah. Thanks again. I'm looking at the time. Wait, is that correct? Wait, how long have we been streaming? Oh, it's been 2 hours. Okay. I was like, if it's under 2 hours, I'm gonna allow it to go to 2 hours, but it's been 2 hours and 5 minutes. So yes, my middle of the week streams are going to be the free code camp ones, continuation of the learning. I'm gonna need to double check my schedule because I think Monday should work, but I don't think Wednesday would work, and Wednesday is again, obviously depending on time zones, it's different days, but yeah, we shall see. And if anyone's curious what I'm talking about, because I am a talking head right now, it's the free code camp scientific computing with Python. Pretty lovely course. We did first and second mini projects. The next one is the Lambda functions, which I am highly looking forward to because Lambda functions scare me. And then we just continue because it's okay. It stops here. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Scientific computing with Python. What else? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go and enjoy my weekend. Not before adding timestamps to this video, because sometimes, especially when doing the free code camp one, I don't have time left at the end of the stream to do timestamps, so I should make up for that. And I also, I keep forgetting to post on Instagram stories. I love Instagram. Okay, I'll stop here. thank you so much for thank you. I really appreciate the fact that you are here, you chat with me, and you watch the content. And today's stream was actually pretty smooth, hopefully. So if you'd like to stick around, I'd appreciate that. If not, it's chill. Spend your time the way you want to. Yeah. See you next time. I sort of have a schedule, but sometimes it changes. So in case the schedule is changed, I'll try to post it either on YouTube community tab or Discord or Twitter. Those are the places I mostly update stuff. But other times I'm like, I don't want to bother people. If they want to watch the streams, they will. Like, they can get notifications if they care to. Like, let's not bother people too much. So yes, that is that. I'm gonna end this stream. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day or night, depending on what time it is in your time zone. So yes, also there's a panda. I'm wearing a panda bag, as in the model. You can barely see it. Looking forward to doing the project. I am scared. We can do this. Let's have faith. But not too much faith. Just enough to get us through this. I'll go to the end screen. If there's anything you want to let me know, please do so, whether it's a comment or a DM or a whatever. Like, I mostly do my best to answer. Catch you next time. Have a lovely day. Thank you and goodbye.